Welcome to King Lizard's Game Lounge and Doom VFR. So this is virtual reality Doom with PlayStation VR on PlayStation 4. And this is the game's campaign. So I'm into the first mission. Trying to get used to the controls. It's something, I don't know if it's something to do with my brain or not. I'm just finding it a little tricky turning. I did a bit of a practice before jumping into the campaign, shooting AI in a kind of, continuous horde mode, if you like, and didn't do too bad in there. So I figured it was time I hit the campaign of the game. And I must admit, what I'm seeing from the game so far, I mean, this is the closest you get to actually being inside, an almost alien movie, if you like, because obviously the doors and the tech that's in this game, it all looks very sort of reminiscent of an Alien game. Obviously it's got that Doom flavour to it, but it's probably the closest description I could add to it, and everything just looks so real, apart from obviously things like that when your hands come out and stuff and you see them. But the actual environment, I mean, it looks good enough to touch, and it looks pretty impressive. It looks really, really cool. So just turn the power on, so I'm sure there's going to be a Doom style shitstorm coming now. Here we go, some demons en route. Now one of the things you can do is this kind of movement positioner. Once you've got the enemy into blue, just like in the original first person shooter where you could kind of do that melee attack, you can actually move through them with the trigger button. So you basically set your position, and as long as you travel through them, you'll kill them. So it's kind of a replacement for that melee, if you like. Makes it a little bit easier, but not quite as satisfying as the melee in the campaign game, which the original first person shooter, which I quite liked. But I'm finding it a little tricky to react quickly in this game, to be honest. He got murdered. But quite liking what I see. I mean, graphically it looks phenomenal. As I said, it does look really, really cool. I do suffer from dizziness issues these days, and I'm getting by okay at the moment. I'm not having a bad day for dizziness, which is why I thought I'd chuck on the PSVR for a change and actually get to play it, because I bought this thing in the best part of 2 years ago, and since I've had it I've had this dizziness issue, so I haven't been able to use the damn thing. So I was pretty stubborn today. I thought, well, I'm going to do it today regardless of how I feel, so I actually get to play some of these VR games I've invested in, and I'm glad I did, because this is really cool. So I think if you're up for sort of very good first person shooter type experiences in VR, this definitely appears to be one of them right now. From what I'm playing, I'm really enjoying it. Graphically it's very good. And the other great thing about this game, it cost me 15 quid. It's $14.99. You get a campaign, you get a little bit of a practice mode. I don't know whether I'll unlock anything else in the game that is yet to be seen, but having a campaign in VR for £15 is pretty damn awesome, I think. So ID or Bethesda and ID have done a great job of Doom VFR, from what I can tell. So let's try to find my next objective. Oh, it looks like we got the yellow keys in here, just like in the original Doom. So I've got to find a key from somewhere. Keep travelling down this corridor. Ooh, a little bit confused there. That's the only problem. I'm dreadful at directions, and if I get turned around like that by the control system, I don't know which bloody way I came from, so I'm likely to make mistakes. So I don't think it's there I'm going. Keep heading this way. That's a green door, so let's see what we got in here. This looks like the place. If I can just position myself, so that's probably got something to do with something by the looks of it. Let's get my shotgun out, as I'm sure I'm going to set something off any second. Doom games have a habit of chucking things at you.
Those cleaning bots could get through.
Oh, phew, I've got messed up again. Come on. activate that. Oh, okay, cleaning bot. So a little bot's going to go through that doorway, I suspect. Oh, didn't get close enough. Come on. What's that? There he goes. Okay, so I was expecting to have gone in there to do something for me. I guess now, hopefully, one of the doors earlier I couldn't get in, I can now get into. So let's go and have a look. And there's the yellow key I need. Okay, cool. So I've got the yellow key for access to that room now. So let's make my way to the next area, see what goodies are lying in wait for me in the yellow key room. Still finding the controls a little bit fiddly. That's probably just me. I'll be honest, I have orientation problems with different types of control systems, and this isn't natural to me in any shape or form, so I'm just finding it a little bit weird getting around. I am using a PlayStation 4 controller for this. I do have the motion controllers, but for some reason they're not functional with this game for me right now. I don't know whether that's because my PlayStation 4 is mucking me about, or whether it just doesn't support those Move controllers Doom VFR. So I now need this part for one of the rooms I saw earlier, I presume. Shame I can't put this thing away so I can actually see where the hell I am. I'm finding this quite awkward.
Just need to get this back to the teleporter.
Okay. So it's finally put that away for me, and now I can see where I'm going, which is pretty helpful. And then we've got to install it in here, this missing blue part here. Look, if I can get myself around. You do have like a strafe button, the D-pad, that lets you move left and right, as well as that you know, trigger button that moves you forward. And the great thing about that trigger button is obviously it can get you quite a distance away from enemies if you're in trouble. Okay, so let's have a look at that map. What that looks like. If I can get myself there, like so. That looks pretty cool in VR as well. I can't emphasise enough how good this looks. Obviously when you're seeing this on the channel after my playthrough, it'll probably look a lot clearer than it does in the PSVR, because the PSVR is only 720p in terms of HDMI resolution, and it looks a bit grainier in game than what you'll actually see on the channel. But it, you know, it's something to do with obviously, you know, having a three-dimensional world. So I've got myself another gun there. Cool. So this is like an assault rifle deal. But the doors and everything, the sounds are really cool, as you can probably hear. They sound very alien-esque or very futuristic, as you'd expect from a Doom game. The, you know, creature sounds sound really cool. I'm using the PlayStation Gold headset. I was able to pick one of these up for 60 quid. They're normally £70 or $69.99, but these are really worth investing in, these gold headsets. They have awesome 7-in-1 sound. Really like the sound from these, and they're by far the cheapest 7-in-1 stereo headset that I've played with, and probably one of the best for sound quality, to be honest, and they're really comfortable too. So I would recommend those PlayStation Gold headset for the price range and the fact it's 7-in-1 stereo. And the other thing with PlayStation VR is that the, you know, generic earphones that you get, they're basically, you know, similar to what you get with a mobile phone. They are actually really good sound quality. Those earplugs, if you like, they're not actually headphones, they're just little earplugs. So like I said, similar to what you get with a mobile phone. Sound quality in those is amazing, but with the Gold headset it's better. I mean, it really is a good sound. I'll try and turn myself around here, and I guess we're going in the elevator here. Call the elevator. Stand back just in case there's no, we're cool, no nastiness in the elevator, got away with that. So let's have a look. get myself into... Oh, come on. I'll use the strafe button. It's going to be easier. It's a little fiddly at times to get into the right area to do something when you're trying to activate things. But not enough to put me off the game, that's for sure. I mean, it is a really nice game. Easily one of the best VR experiences I've had yet. I do have a ton of VR games I've not played yet, and hence why you haven't seen a whole lot on the channel, because of this dizziness issue I've got. But I will try and plough through some more. One of the others I played recently, although again I was actually having trouble with the Move controllers playing it, was Killing Floor Incursion, and that looks really nice in the campaign mode. The Horde mode I was finding nigh on impossible with the Move controllers. It was just too confusing, and I couldn't get away from enemy or kill enemy quick enough because all you get is a damn pistol. So it's quite a tough game, but the campaign mode that I played I was actually really enjoying. I just didn't get a chance to record it at the time I played Killing Floor Incursion, but I will definitely put some of that on the channel soon. So quite a simple puzzle there to do.
The last accumulator is in that
Oh great, so the thing I'm looking for is inside that. That's going to be interesting to kill.
Back to the ops lab.
Or be killed by, as I suspect it probably will be. So, but these statues looking pretty cool over here in the corner, and I love the views outside of Mars. They look pretty cool, pretty realistic. How cool is that? Let's see if we can pick that up. Bit of ammo. Change to that shotgun just in case I get some pretty nasty enemies in a second, which I suspect I will. That is first aid, so I don't need that. But just checking out the views outside, does look really cool. This, you know, there's some ammo down here. I'm going to go and have a quick peek out at that satellite array. That looks pretty cool too. The doors and the environment and the clinicalness of the way this game is kind of put together in terms of levels is just really impressive. It just, from a first-person perspective VR, it looks really cool. I know I keep saying that, but I am really kind of blown away by this. Plus, I love my Doom games, so actually playing it in VR is something else. So, and obviously we've got Doom Eternal in the not too distant future, so I'm really looking forward to some Doom Eternal on the channel, that's for sure. Okay, so I'm going to make my way out. There we go, as expected. Got the typical demon hordes waiting for me. Nice shotgun up close. Shotgun, even though it's a widespread weapon, actually does quite a good job of hitting these guys. I'm not having too many problems aiming and hitting enemy and stuff. I'm finding that quite easy. I think the biggest issue is when you get things behind you and you're looking the other way, is getting your heading gear with the controller to turn around. There is actually a button that turns you 180. It's just remembering to use it is the problem for me at the moment. Take that guy out. And get my perspective right, I'll be able to move in a second. Looks like we're going in there. Oh, another gun for me. Merry Christmas. That looks like plasma rifle, so I've got plasma rifle 2 now. See what this thing does. Good. Yeah, look. So cool. Into the next shitstorm, I suspect. So let's see what the game chucks at me. I'm going to change the pistol, so if there's any smaller bods, these explosive guys, I take them out of the pistol. They're quite easy to kill. That guy gets disabled. If I can take him out, I might blow the other one up. Another guy there. Now, I can switch to a rocket launcher. I've got a feeling once I do this, things are going to get pretty nasty. There we go, one of the big dudes. Doesn't help that I'm missing him. I can hit him. Together. Put it there and again. Give him a grenade to play with. Oh, dodges. Fire. Oh, he's down now. Excellent. Oh, getting close quarters with me. Put the pressure on. Not good. So things are getting pretty intense at the moment. At the moment I'm kind of getting by with this. I don't think I'm playing brilliantly, but I'm playing okay. It's not causing me too much issue. Got this ammo. We're getting another big dude to deal with now. Get that rocket launcher back out and look at one missile, which I used to effect. Give him a bit of a plasma gun now. Oh, this one bearing away, a bit freaky on the VR. Here now this guy got some smaller bogs coming in, these fire chappers. Taking him out. Another one in the distance. 2, 3, 4. Got rid of him. So now I've got the invulnerability, so now I can pretty much kill anything and they can't hurt me. So as those guys just spawned in, I figured that was a good time to use that. Just saw it out the corner of my eye then. Definitely a smart move, I think there. I think I probably would have been dead without this. I've got another big dude in front of me. Oh, I can't move to it. No, I won't be doing that. Grenade to play with. Got a bit wide for the grenade there. Shoot the hell out of this dude. Shotguns, get the assault rifle out with distance from this chap. Oh, he's going to town now, he's getting a bit close from my comfort. That's it. Die. Don't kill me. Oh, he's doing some big damage to me now. I'm going to chicken out, get some distance from this guy. Get some more ammo. First aid in the corner there, I'll have that. Good thing with this assault rifles, I can do some distance work on it. There we go. Down. So that got pretty intense there. And to be honest, I think I kind of dealt with it okay, even though I'm a little bit disorientated at times still with the control system. I did actually manage to get through the level and obviously kill off those AI who are actually quite tough. I think if I hadn't have picked up that invulnerability, I probably would have been pretty stuffed there. I'd have been dead pretty quickly. Those guys with the rockets on their backs, those big skeleton guys, are a nightmare. So we set this off, and that should then release me from this area. So, but this is, you know, really impressive VR game, Doom VFR on PSVR, PlayStation 4. I would highly recommend this if you're looking for a good VR title, and it is dirt cheap. I think on the PlayStation Store it's as little as $11.99 when it's on sale. I paid $14.99 for this as a disc copy, which is excellent when you consider the quality of game you're getting for it and the VR experience. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this bit of playthrough from Doom VFR. This was the first couple of missions. I will do some more playthroughs from this at some point and conclude the game in VR on the channel, but for now that's it from me. If you enjoyed the video, maybe drop me a like and maybe subscribe to the channel. Take care, keep well, keep watching, and most importantly, come back soon.